And more fellow zombies, are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? Because I sure as hell ain't. It's 8:16 in the morning, West Coast time for Saturday, the 17th of May, 2025. No, I'm not alive. No, I'm not awake. I'm a zombie this morning. But there was questions concerning about my health. And I think I freaked out a few people left and right when they saw the shorts. And why I was so happy of having a damn mask over the face? Well, I put stuff on Facebook. I should have been posting the pictures on YouTube about this one. See, a while ago, about a week and a half or almost 2 weeks ago, and it took me this long to get it back, I killed my CPAP machine. Rolled over, spun the machine off the table, fried out the electrics. I killed it. Contacted the insurance company that day through emails and tried to contact the distributor of such fine durable medical equipment. It took a long process. Back and forth. Uh, Understanding and interpreting the Medicare, what they're paying, what they're not paying. If you're on certain types of insurances, you really have to check into your uh, explanation of benefits. You also have to take into account what the Medicare membership book is, and tear into your benefits of your insurance company to see what is allowed, what's not allowed. If you have coordination of benefits happening, if you have a secondary, especially if you have Medicare, it's always necessary to have a secondary. Because if you don't have a secondary, you're paying it out of pocket. Plain and simple. It only covers so much. And then once they pay out, you pay. And if you don't have that secondary to cover the rest of the expenses, boy, yeah, that's why you always have to have those kind of supplement policies. It may be chewing up, but man, I'll tell you something, it's better. We keep looking at the monthlies instead of looking at the damn bills coming through because I've seen bills. I used to work for the Blues in the state. I dealt with benefit interpretation. I dealt with claim interpretation and processing. Believe me, DME is nasty to deal with on some occasions, especially when you see the copays for them. They pay only so much. An insurance company will pay so much. And if you have the Medicare, it's a different department I never worked in the first place. But I just worked with HMO and PPO, and that was enough. Medicare is worse because we had to deal with the formulary that they had to pass out to everybody, and I mean everybody, regardless if you had HMO or PPO or not. Always check your benefits, pals. Check your benefits. See how much you're going to be paying under the nose or not paying under the nose, depending upon the secondaries that you have. That being said, because I've got a secondary to cover the expense of the CPAP, wonderful. But it took me about a week, 3 to 5 business days. So let me tell you how problematic sleep apnea is. I think I said it before, and I'll say it again. I'll continue to talk about that one if I have to, while I'm waiting for my coffee pot to boil over and give me some mud. Anyway, sleep apnea is one of those conditions that manifests itself if you have certain types of medical conditions happening. And me, I wasn't overweight a long time ago. Over 20, 25 years ago, I wasn't that above BMI, body mass index. However, my body was having issues keeping enough oxygen into my lungs and into my system, and I was tired. For a long while, I didn't realize how much tired I was because low ox. Back then, they weren't checking for pulse ox. Show you a kit. Nice, ain't it? That's about several years already. Get the batteries changed every so often, especially when I need to see it. Okay, boys and girls. This is the infamous, if you've already been in a doctor's office for the past 20 years, you know the technology's gotten better and better, and pain in the ass sometimes it is. But this is the pulse oximeter. Little diagram up here, tell you what your numbers are. Easy enough, stick the finger in, push the down button. And it starts reading. Its numbers are on the side, I know. That's my pulse. Doom, 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 doom. Top number is the pulse reading, actually. The other one's assist reading how much oxygen I've got left in my system. About 97%. That's cool. Pulse is about 65, 66. That's even better. It'll shut itself off. It tells you how much oxygen I've already got sucked up into my system while I was sleeping with a CPAP device, continuing positive air pressure, and there goes the alarm. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, stovetop coffee. Hot water and dehydrated coffee with sugar and milk. I need my coffee. Now this item, maybe a lot of you have already recognized it. Maybe some of them actually have it. But this beats having one of those big ass things on your chest while somebody's going and watch the pressure squeezing your arm and your eyeballs are bulging out because you've got so much pressure put onto the arm trying to measure how much blood pressure there is actually in your system. And it feels so much wonderful after when the pressure is released. And then you can actually, well, same principle for the rest. Of course, when you actually did have Rite Aids working and actually still in business, instead of gone bankruptcy and going bye-bye, in those places, including maybe even CVS pharmacies, or even Walgreens, they would have the civilian stations outside the pharmacies, just outside. Stick your arm in there while you're sitting down trying to relax. And then you feel the pressure on your arm. Squeezing it to death until you're like, get it off, get it off. And then you're relaxed and you see how bad the blood pressure is because you weren't relaxed enough. On the same principle. Works better when you're doing these kind of things, having it at arm level. Push to start. Give it a few minutes. Systolic 150, diastolic 92, pulse 62. Yeah, high blood pressure. I wasn't born with it. But anytime I happen to deal with medical equipment or anything else like that, but I've also taken a swig of coffee, so usually it works when you don't have anything giving any issues. But of course, that's just one reading. We'll try it again. Alright, we'll try it again. What the hell? The thing is to be relaxed on these damn things, and I never could. You guys have been watching my videos, you understand the medical history of what I've got. And my aversion to the medical establishment half the time anyway. $132.84. I had to calm it down. Tension. Picks up the tension levels very well. AAA batteries they take. Make sure you keep a lot of them. Especially having to go through the power through these things anyway. But I keep it because I need them. I need them for my own health. As much as I don't like the medical establishment, it doesn't mean I don't get to use their toys and have fun with them. One thing, guys. A little bit of a warning. If you've seen those kind of $20 pieces of crap out there, say that they'll give you blood sugar reading, don't believe them. They'll give you a pulse ox meter. Even when they say it's from the Red Cross, don't believe them. I got 2 of those pieces of crap for $20 a piece. That's $40 wasted. I know there's other equipment out there, but they use invasive, which is beep. I don't want it. I want non-invasive. I don't want the damn thing getting into my skin, but I am not going to constantly pay for more junk than I got. Getting back to the CPAP and the sleep apnea. One night, I'm sleeping. My mother and my brother are listening. Next day, I know if I'm waking up, I'm tired as hell trying to get the coffee. And John, do you have problems sleeping? Huh? What the hell that mean, Dave? John, you're vapor locking again. Huh? Yeah, you stop breathing many times and you're like, eh, you snore too. Turns out, they took me over to the primary care physician's office. And he had me sent out for testing. It was back in late 90s, early 2000s, I think. Insurance updated through the insurance company. It was a good thing working for the Blues, I'll tell you. I didn't have it free, but at least I had cheap HMO. So I went out to an office outside of a hospital zone. Actually, within the hospital zone. And an overnight stay, it was hell. Not sleeping with a damn machine. No, I'm living right next to the damn Ventura Boulevard, right across the street from the Encino Regional Hospital, where they must have had about 10 or 20 ambulances coming through that night, roughly. Not to mention about 50 hop cars going up and down the street, screaming with their red lights and the sirens. It's no wonder I wasn't able to get any sleep. But they were still monitoring me. And back in those days, they wired you up for sound, boys and girls. Not like we do today. I'm going to tell you what happened back then, but then I got to compare it to today, okay? So, they wired you up for sound. They take you off your shirt, okay? You're sleeping without a shirt, except maybe something light to put on. Not another T-shirt or anything else like that. Just a button shirt. I had to borrow one of my brothers. We don't sleep with shirts. We sleep with T-shirts. Anyway, it was a weekend, thank God. Means I didn't have to work the next day. So this guy wanted my hair matted with a lot of glue. A lot of glue. Because you can stick a probe here, stick a probe here. All over the damn head, then all over the chest. Got these little sucker things all over the place. It looks like I was going to go for some kind of electrocution. Maybe I'm going in for young Frankenstein's tool or something like that. Who knows? Anyway, they measured me for about 3.5, 4 hours. Lab technicians in there. Theoretically, it's a nice, comfortable place. Big, comfortable bed. You can just roll around in and be comfortable with it. Bring your own pillows if you need to. Make yourself more comfortable. During that time, I didn't sleep with a wedge. I didn't. Just with a pillow or two. I couldn't frickin' sleep. Too many noises outside. It's bad enough I actually hear airspace. You know, living in the San Fernando Valley all my life, I kind of got used to the air noise, mostly. Except if you had a chopper right above your house with a spotlight looking for an asshole out there saying, "This is LAPD! Come out with your hands up!" In the middle of the night, I feel like doing this to the roof. They'll be watching me in my bedroom while it's nice and dark. I just do this. Say, "Shut up, PD." Flip him with a bird. Anyway. Nah, I'm sleeping. No, I'm just tossing and turning, tossing and turning. I can't sleep. By the time I get into the zone, just to sleep. Mr. Weaver, time to wake up. Oh, we want you to sleep with this monster on. Oh, it's all right. Just slip this thing on here. Okay. Big monster, some bitch, CPAP monster. They got to test people out on. I'm going back over there. I'm going to monitor you all night. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, trying to sleep. I'm in the zone. I'm in the dream. All right, Mr. Weaver, time to wake up. Huh? You just woke me up a few minutes ago. Now it's 4 hours ago. Time for you to go home. What time is it? 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning? Want to call your ride? Oh. Dave, they're throwing me out. Test is done. I want to go back to bed. I can't go back to bed. My hair's all matted. Guys taking the shit off of me left and right. I feel like I'm gooey and ugly looking. I'll go back home the first place I hit. How'd the test go? Fine, I want to go back to bed and sleep. But right now, I need a shower in the worst freaking way. I'd taken a long shower and I still couldn't get most of that stuff off. Well, actually, I got most of it off, but there were still portions of my hair that were still matted. I'd take a scissors and get rid of them. So, but that was about 25 some odd years ago. During that time. These days, about 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, I'm getting into the new insurance I got right now. The Medi. And I tell them about the stuff. I mean, I'm getting into the health system. I got to give them everything of my health issues. Despite the fact I don't like the medical establishment, I need it for emergency services or essentials. That's the only thing I do. But I want to make sure that they've got updated information. But they want to make sure that they have clinical information. Which means I would still have to step into the damn doctor's office, stick the arm out, and get protruded all the time. Just, okay, we got these nice lovely needles over here. We're going to get some blood out of you. course, I could turn it into a comedy routine at this point over here. But for me, talking about this kind of stuff, my blood pressure would probably go up again. And if I'm setting myself up to go to the doctor's office, I already know my blood pressure is going to be rising high. I've got a long history of high blood pressure. Every time I keep going to a damn doctor's office, ever since I was 4 years old, having open heart surgery, coming back to life 3 times, and then about a month or two later, they have to rip out the damn metal staples with the staple remover without any anesthesia. How's a 4-year-old supposed to adapt to that? Car accident after car accident, or accident after accident. Just, and then multiple visits to the doctors all the time. Discounting how the fuck I was thinking at this point over here, and you mothers are, this is the reason why I have my channel, the primary reason, because I explain all this crap in detail what I go through. So, getting back to the sleep apnea shit. These days, you can go in there, maybe get yourself set up to go to a clinic. Now, if you're within a certain range, you can go over to the clinic and sleep there. They got clinics across the street from the damn Antelope Valley Hospital. Does anybody know how busy the J corridor is between 25th, well, actually between God knows where, but along that 25th corridor, right by 15th, and between K and 15th? This is the primary ambulance corridors. Not to mention the freeway. I never did go into the buildings. No. I live out here in Roseman. 15 miles away from Lancaster, roughly, and from the hospital. So they mailed it to me. Special delivery. Okay. And it is a device that I would have to wear on the wrist. It would measure the pulse, blood pressure, oxygen level, and an audio recorder. So that night I slept. Tossing and turning. Tossing and turning. Tossing and turning. And it was recording and transmitting at the same time. Now you had to go to the internet, make sure that I had services, mostly through the phone, make sure the information was transmitted through the app into their station. And that night, the zombie woke up, had to go to the bathroom. Only once, I think. As a senior, it's worse for me these days. I get up, I have to go to pee. If I stay here long enough, I gotta go pee. If I lay down for about an hour, I wake up, I gotta go pee. What is it about a body that needs to go pee all the time? Anyway. So, they got all the information necessary. I still have the old thing here, and I don't even know how to mail it back. I'm not about to junk the damn thing. I think it's still worthwhile somewhere in there. And it was about 5 years ago. So they have the information on the record. It said, congratulations, John, you still have your severe sleep apnea. Now we're going to get you a machine. I had a big, bulky, oval monstrosity from hell. And their machine designs have changed so much. Because the CPAP machine I had gotten a while ago, I did say I got tested and gotten one, right? I had about 2 or 3 designs through the previous insurance company I actually had. The latest one was a big, round, oval monstrosity. They have water reservoirs that allow water vapor to go into you, keep things moist. And I didn't have it all that time. Didn't have one because they're too damn expensive. So I slept without one all the time. I discovered that the machine got worn with time because I started coughing up more and more crap out of my lungs. That's why I had to get the retesting. I wanted to get a new machine. And I got a new machine. An internal water reservoir. We're coming up to my current dilemma. And with this, you fill it up with not regular tap water, distilled water. Which means nothing in the damn thing except for H2O, actually hydrogen and oxygen atoms mixed together to make water. No other chemicals, no other leads, no other anything in them. You know how much distilled water costs these days compared to how much tap water is? Or even Brita? And if you can get the damn things out of the stores, and by the time when I actually got my first machine, they didn't have any distilled water in the stores. Didn't know when they were going to get them in either. So I had to go for the Brita. Or whatever kind of closest to they've got for distilled water on the shelves. But not the special type of water. Because these machines can and will and do get deposits. And it's a bitch just getting the shit off of it. You have to clean the thing with vinegar. Some people like to do it with soap and water. Me, I clean it with vinegar and scrubbing. Get a little scrub brush if I have to, or use metal if I have to. Metal scrapings. Rinse this thing out. And the thing is with Roseman water, we got particles in the damn thing we drink and boil up. I'm drinking it right now, missus, in the coffee. But when it comes down for my machine, I need distilled. I have to order it through Amazon. But if I can't get it through Amazon, I'll get Brita. It'll do most of the job, but not all of it. Because I've noticed I still have to get it cleaned all the time now. I have to because there's going to be layers of crap on there building up to a point where it's going to be a trick just getting them off. And it affects breathing, and it affects a lot of things that I'm not even aware of. But I know how ugly the damn thing gets. I know how ugly the damn reservoir gets. I just got a new reservoir before I got the new machine. And it's already building up. And I got to clean it out with more soaking, which means I need to get a lot more vinegar to soak the damn thing up. I can deal with vinegar smell. I am not dealing with soap and water smell because dealing with soap and water, it just doesn't work well because of the perfume. Now, there may be some other brands out there for dishwater, or dish soap, actually, to use, but I'll deal with the vinegar. Which means I still got to get more vinegar, maybe a huge bottle of it, so I can start soaking my machine. Not the machine, not the CPAP, no. The reservoirs, plural. And have to keep rinsing them with filtered water. Just so they're not going to get that much activity on it. So, the postings I did last night, or actually a couple nights ago, I was ecstatic. I got my machine. Got it yesterday, actually, through FedEx. And I was enjoying the crap out of it. This new machine smell. The new pipe smell. The new mask smell. Smell. For some people, they can't stand it. For me, it's like shopping for a new car. And you love that smell. Freshly right out of a package. Ready to rock and roll. And yes, I did have filter water ready to go. So gave it a test run last night. If my bladder, my kidneys weren't trying to kill me, or trying to get my attention, I would have been doing a 6-hour sleep. I did about 2.5, 3 hour. And dealing with my mother, my little dog. Yeah, she's alright. She's fussing, but now she's sleeping right now. She'll fuss during the nighttime, and at nighttime she'll just fuss like crazy when I want to go back to sleep. But things I have to get adjusted to anyway. But this is what I've been dealing with. So yeah, when I took those pictures and took the shorts, I was like, yeah, smiling in that mask. You couldn't see it because the mask was there, and then there's hair right here. But I'm like, yeah, I can sleep with my mask now. I don't have to vapor lock as much. If I had a sleep test again, maybe I'd be passing it. Oh no, I'll be having it. There's something about me. I'm getting older and older. I'm set in my physical ways at this point. So I may have type 2 diabetes. I got the neuropathy in the hands and fingers right now. Nothing decrepit yet. Nothing falling off yet. I'm trying to watch my way to a point. I should be getting out more. I haven't been. I'm monitoring my dog in a 24/7. She's an old lady, and I got to watch over her. Why? Because that's my job. Caregiver to a mutt. My mutt. You try it for your own parents. Let's see how you deal with your own kid. Oof. I did it for Aunt May as a kid. Did it grandma as a teenager getting into. Decades later, do it for my mom, along with my brother. Now I'm doing it for my dog. Things I do. And if anybody happened to wander by near the place and smelled some things coming out of it, well, that's pee pads for you. Taking care of a dog, it doesn't go out as much, or afraid to go out as much. See, well, my dog, before she got blinded and deaf, maybe somewhat crippled in her legs, she was actually able to walk around and no problem. We'd diddle bop in the apartment complex, no problem. Inside, outside. She got older. She got a little more afraid. She wanted something more concentrated in the apartment. The place has still got to get cleaned up on the floor. But even with the smells locked into the carpet, they're road maps, they are landmarks, and even when I keep the pads down, and she'll do a business, I'll leave them down there for about a few hours. I wanted to get it into her head where her markers are, so she don't mark up any new territories. I have pads. I get things taken care of on the pads, put them in the bags, and about a week later, I'm putting them out to the garbage bag. Actually, to the garbage bins outside of the apartment complex. Before that, I'm just waiting for the garbage to pick up weekly, and then I can take care of them at night. I don't like to have the fuss. I don't like the embarrassment. What if I tell other people that, yes, I got a dog that likes to be inside the apartment complex? How about yours? Pads usually were for people with incontinence. Well, yeah, but they're for other things too. Taking care of an elderly grandmother a long time ago, my brother and I discovered other uses other than just putting the pads underneath grandma in case she missed somehow. We'd still clear her up. Did the same thing for Ma as well. When she couldn't use the pot anymore, we still had the pot. We used the pot. Not as a general purposes, but we used it for other things for her. So, bedpan and all. Doesn't matter. But they're useful for other things. That being said, guys, this is my health report for you. Am I still doing okay? Well, I slept. I slept. I got up earlier this morning, guys. I had about 3 or 4 hours of sleep. With that oxygen level being saturated the way it was, I actually slept a good few hours. Normally it'd be about an hour and a half or 2 hours, but when I slept about nearly 3 to 4 hours, I'm like, oh, it's heaven. And then I got woke up. Then I was woken up by a damn email and phone call saying, John, are you alive? Yeah, I'm alive. Am I awake? No, I'm a zombie. So I had to put out this video to let you guys know that yes, I appreciate the well wishes, and the welcome calls right there. Thing is, what I wouldn't appreciate if anybody happened to call like shares on me just to see if I'm still alive. So I am doing this long diatribe here to let you guys know I'm still alive, and it's not because I went to the hospital. I'm wearing an oxygen mask. I am wearing a CPAP mask, but they still use the same damn thing in the hospitals anyway. I kept vowing myself I'd never go to the hospital, but I know eventually I'll be heading there one of these here millenniums, and I'll have to deal with everything. I came close. A couple of years back, I sprained my wrist. Muscles in here are strained. Been this thing so long and so much, I put a hell of a lot of stress, a lot of pressure in here, where I couldn't move the hand as much. Well, move the hand, yeah, but lifting up anything heavy, pain shot it straight through here. Several years ago, well, actually decades ago, I broke this elbow in three places. A dumb kid doing dumb things. And it's been sensitive ever since. But it's been a strong arm for me. Not for the past, not for the past 3 or 4 weeks. So I got a bed from hell. I got to get changed. I got to wait till the next pay period comes in from social. And if I get any more school money, hopefully be able to get me a better bed set than I have right now. I survive. I sleep. I'm okay. Don't worry. Don't freak. I'm okay. But I am dealing with the things I've got right now. And I also communicate with the medical establishment. Round two on those med videos, guys.